What is up, guys? I'm Ben.
And I'm Tia.
Welcome back to the adventures of the Wisebecks.
And today we are doing our pregnancy Q&A.
Woo! Let's go.
Yep.
We haven't done a Q&A since our marriage Q&A, so this will be fun.
Let's start with the first question.
Question number 1.
Were we trying?
Were we trying? No, we were in fact not trying. We were open to whatever was going to happen.
Yeah.
And
we follow a plan called NFP. It's called Natural Family Planning. And we knew when we were doing the stuff that it was a possibility that a baby could be created then. But we weren't trying. If you looked at our first video with the first Q&A actually video, where like one of the questions like, when do you plan on having kids? And we said 3 to 5 years. Do you guys want kids? If so, when and how many?
Dang, who asked that? That's a good question.
When? I think we said 5 years before we got married. And now I think it's shaved down to probably like 3 years.
3 to 5, we'll say.
Yeah, we're saying probably 3 to 5. And that was back in, November?
December or something like that.
December. And then the second video where I announced to him that we were pregnant, we were just shocked. But no, we were not trying at all. And we're excited though for this little one to come along this way though.
We knew that God's timing was right and that this was meant to be. So
yeah, I'm excited to be young parents though. Actually, I think having a lot of energy while we're young and everything.
Yeah.
Being 23 and 26, I think it'll be really fun.
It will. Question number 2: any symptoms before you tested?
Yes, I'd say yes.
A lot of symptoms.
So the symptoms that I got right away were bloody gums. And I think that was like a huge one. I was dizzy. And then what other ones did I really have?
I don't know if you got bloody noses during like that time. You were feeling extremely exhausted.
Yeah.
You were feeling like your stomach was upset.
Yeah. I think if I had to name a few symptoms, it was the bloody gums, dizziness, extremely exhausted, and then I don't know if I had bloody noses at the time, and I just knew that something was off, and then I knew I was pregnant.
Question number 3: have you had any cravings or aversions?
For aversions, I've had chicken. I think chicken right away was really tough for me to eat or even smell. I think food in general. First trimester was just terrible. First trimester was really rough for me.
We eat chicken quite frequently, and we also eat a lot of peanut butter on things, and those were like 2 things that Tia just could not stand. Like, she did not eat anything peanut butter, anything chicken.
The only thing I could get down was honestly Cheez-Its, Belvitas, like anything like crackery wise, and then
A lot of saltine crackers.
I guess I had ramen noodles at first for a while. And that was like the only thing I could like sit in my stomach well. But I didn't eat much first trimester. I lost a decent amount of weight because it was rough. But cravings wise, I don't think I've really had any like specific cravings.
No.
Like nothing that like I need this right now. Like I thought that I would have that. But yeah, I haven't really had any cravings.
Question number 4: what is the worst symptom about pregnancy?
Nausea and throwing up. Yeah.
That about sums it up.
Well, yeah, so nausea and throwing up, I think that's like the biggest one, but then also being fatigued.
And dizzy.
Dizzy.
Which goes along with the...
But I think fatigued, it's just because I just felt helpless. And I just couldn't do anything. I think that was like very tough for me during first trimester. I was always like tired and I couldn't even get out of bed. And then also the nausea and just felt like I couldn't go anywhere because I thought I was going to throw up. So it was very mentally tough that time, but those are the two worst ones for me.
Yeah, it was tough seeing her go through that. And from like the husband point of view, like asking her what can I do, and at most like those times, there was nothing that I could do.
Yeah.
Tried doing as much as I could with like cooking, bringing her food, medicine, whatever. But at a certain point, you just kind of have to just live through those tough days of pregnancy.
Yeah, and I know like I had a few like breakdowns of just like feeling helpless and having you be on my beck and call, and you would make he would make me food, like a whole platter of food, and I'd probably take a couple bites and I'd just be done, and I'd feel so bad, but it's just like I could not fathom to eat that food at all. It was just
It was tough.
Next question: do you want a boy or a girl?
So right away when we found that we were pregnant, we were really hoping for a boy. Sorry to our future daughter for listening to this, but that was just like the truth. But once we found out that it was a girl, T and I like both were just ecstatic, and
I think
we were so excited.
We knew too. Like we in the back of our like minds were like, we're gonna have a girl, just because we wanted to have a boy first right away. That if we knew it was gonna be a girl first, because obviously we're gonna have, hopefully we're blessed to have more kids later on in life, and we'd obviously want boys and girls, but I guess we just wanted a boy first just to.
We want to keep things simple.
Yeah.
I also come from a family of 3 boys. And so, there was just a lot of testosterone and just a lot of low drama in like that household.
And I came a family of just one brother, and that's it. So I just,
And so it's funny because, coming from like that many boys, now I have 3, about to be 3 nieces, and just there's going to be a lot of girls around our households.
And we have a lot of friends that I think we have like 5 friends, if not more, that are all pregnant within the month of us or like a couple of months, and they're all having girls.
It's crazy. There's something in the water.
It's exciting though. We're so excited for our little one. So
she's made the best.
Yep. Are you excited to be parents?
100%. It's just like with anything. I mean, obviously everybody's gonna be like a little bit nervous so they haven't been parents. But it's gonna be another chapter of our lives, and I'm personally super excited just to step into
the next role.
The next role as parents. It's mind blowing to think that you're gonna have your own child and you're gonna be taking care of her.
I still feel like I don't know how you feel, but I still feel like I'm like 17, 18 years old. So now being 23 and 26, like I feel like we're still so young to be like parents, but it's so exciting. I'm actually really excited to raise little ones around the place and not stop our travels just because we have them, but just alter them. So
show them the world.
But the next question kind of goes with this one. Do you feel scared or unprepared at all since you weren't trying? I was excited at first, but then I got really scared. So I was just like, oh my gosh, our life is changing so fast and so quick. And plus we were only married for 2 months. So I think that was what I was scared about. And having that big change.
I don't know. I feel like everyone has in their heads a plan of what the way that everything's going to work out, the timing of everything. And so for us to kind of have that plan of 5 years and everything being fast forwarded to, all right, you're going to be parents now. Definitely took some time to like get and wrap my head around. But
I think, I don't know, we have so much time still, like 9 months to prep for everything, and I guess now we have 18 weeks to prep, but I think the knowledge that we know and that I've like been researching and then like giving to you, I'm not nervous at all. It's just very exciting to, I don't know, we're gonna have our own little mini-me running around the place. That's so excited. I'm excited to see what she looks like when she comes out. Like, I think she's gonna look like you. But I think she has my nose and then maybe my eyes, but I think she's gonna look like you.
Oh, nice.
So
that good looking.
Yep.
But I was just gonna say that, with like the whole plan thing, I don't know, like like in my head I was thinking, all right, well, we're going to get to the business to this point. We're going to be moving to a bigger house. We're going to be at this point of our lives when we're having a kid. And so now like to like start to replan. And it's kind of funny because it's so true of the quote of, we make plans and then God just laughs, because it is all God's timing and planning. Yeah. And so I guess like when I did find out, I was like, all right, there's a really good reason why God is having us have a child right now in our lives, and that this will change our lives for like the better. So anyways, yeah, now just like, I guess like just having like a child, like I'm just so excited because I know that we'll find out his reasoning, and we kind of are as like we're growing here, but the adventure is just beginning.
Yeah. And I think also our friends having kids at the same time is helping with everything and making it even more exciting, just because they're gonna be a little group of friends. Like we're already a group of friends, but then they're gonna be a little group of friends as well, going to the same school, being raised, and I don't know. Just
looking forward, like that's just having that support system is gonna be so huge. And it's cool that like what you said, that we're all joking around with each other that our kids are going to be best friends, and they're going to be going like the same school in the same class, and they're going to be playing sports together and stuff. Yeah. And that is such a unique and cool thing. It's one of those things, I think, when you, again, imagine you having kids, like that's the way that's going to be. And it's so cool that that's actually happening.
You just never expect it's actually going to happen all at the same time, because people have different timelines. But I mean, literally 5, 6, 7 of our friends are all popping out kids too. So
it's cool.
Very excited.
Has being pregnant affected your mental health?
I would say yes. First trimester, definitely. And like I said in the beginning, it was mainly because I felt helpless and I couldn't do anything. And I wasn't like my normal self. I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't work out. I couldn't eat any food. And I was dependent on you, which was really tough for me. But I wasn't like hormonally emotional. I guess like as a pregnant person you would think. I only cried a few times, but it was just because I was so irritated at myself that I couldn't work out, or that this is the 5th time that I've thrown up and I have to go see the OB and I didn't want to leave the house, But other than that, I feel like my mental health has been a lot better. Second trimester, and honestly been a lot better in general being pregnant, so.
Yeah, I just remember first trimester, the one thing that you kept on saying that hurt you like the most was that you just didn't feel like yourself. Like you felt like you were a completely different person.
Yeah.
And that was just a huge struggle because you weren't able to do any like the things that you were normally able to do.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, like within a couple of months, like all that stuff was taken away from you up until you felt better.
And I'm sitting there in bed, just like sleeping, laying in bed, on my computer, doing nothing all day, and it just felt so helpless. But, yeah.
There you have it.
Good question.
Are you scared for labor?
No, I'm not scared for labor at all. I don't know if you are or not, or...
I think I'm more scared than she is.
Honestly, I think so. I think he's more scared than I am. I'm excited for it just because it's another adventure and challenge. I think that's what I'm excited for, like the challenge of it and how well that I can deal with the pain, and I don't know. You get a beautiful miracle after it too. It's like climbing the Grand Teton or something, and you get a beautiful view. But now we get a child. So
there you have it. Perfect analogy for childbirth is climbing Grand Teton
and seeing the view. But no, I'm honestly excited for the challenge and what there is to be. I'm just praying that there's no complications. I guess that's the only thing I'd be nervous about, is any complications on the way of, I don't know, preeclampsia or having to go into a C-section or that kind of stuff. I'm a little bit nervous for, but if it's a normal birth, the way that I want it to go, then no, I'm not nervous at all.
Are you planning a natural birth?
Yes, I am. That's my goal for right now, to do it naturally, and no epidural, no medications, being able to like stand and do whatever I want. That is a plan. If worst case scenario that I can't end up withstanding the pain, then I would be more than willing to maybe take some IV medication or take some gas or worst case scenario, or like my last thing that I would take was epidural, just because, like I said, the question before is I want to have that challenge that I can do this. So that's my plan.
Very good.
Yeah. Do we have a name picked out?
Yes, we do, but we want to not share it until she is born.
Yeah, we picked it out probably... we picked out both the names for a boy and a girl before they even knew.
Yep.
Yeah.
We really thought it was going to be boy, so we nicknamed our child of what we thought our boy's name was going to be for like the longest time. And then finally found out it was a girl. We're like, oh, probably should call her by her real name now.
Yeah, but it's cool to actually to know what it is and then have a name for the baby and to be talking to her and all that kind of stuff. So
it makes it,
the connection, I don't know, it just makes it different.
Connection's super cool. So like when we're going to bed, always say goodnight to Tia and also to our child, whose name will stay anonymous
for now.
Yeah.
But we do have we have a first name and a middle name picked out already.
Yep.
So when is the due date?
September 24th.
Yeah. So that was the original due date, was September 24th. And then about almost 2 weeks ago now, we had our 20-week anatomy scan, and she was saying that she was measuring a week ahead. So I guess there's just some flexibility going on right now to see what ends up happening.
Yeah.
But she's big, very long, but very, very skinny.
Very long.
Yeah.
So last question, what is the best part of pregnancy so far?
I would say creating a little one that's both of ours. And then also being able to feel the baby, like move and kick around and seeing the ultrasounds. That's probably the best part of pregnancy right now.
Yeah. The ultrasounds, especially like even the ones that we took at 12 weeks and seeing her for like that first time and how clear the image was, how much had developed, it was nuts because...
And how active she was.
Yeah. I mean, I've never seen ultrasounds before. Like you kind of see them over the television, but you don't like, or in like TV shows or whatever. But when you actually see the ultrasounds that are like your own child, I don't know, it gets you really emotional. And then on top of that, like our last one at 20 weeks, we went to the hospital and they were just naming off all the different parts of her. Like, hey, this is the 4 chambers of the heart. This is her, whatever artery. These
are her ovaries already.
And
like
her kidneys and all that stuff. It's like, oh my gosh. First of all, whoever like discovered this and was able to distinct like all the different parts through an ultrasound is amazing. But it was just, so cool to see, especially only halfway through like the pregnancy of every single part of like her body had already been developed.
Crazy to see her from like 12 weeks, like you were saying, and then 16-week one, I think we had an ultrasound as well. And then the 20-week ultrasound, it was just, I think feeling her kick and the ultrasounds, the thing that we can create is insane. Like just 2 people creating something out of nothing.
Yeah.
It's insane when that happens, but that's the best part of pregnancy for myself and I'm assuming for you too.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching our video today. We hope you enjoyed this Q&A about our pregnancy. And we hope to see you in the next one. Peace.